Did you know that for a time Egypt was ruled by black kings from the kingdom of Kush? Or that one of the world's oldest universities is in Africa? Most schools barely scratch the surface of African history, often focusing on colonialism and slavery while ignoring the continent's rich past. Today, we're diving into the African history they didn't teach you. Let's start with Nubia. The kingdom of Kush emerged in what is now Sudan, a powerful rival to Egypt. At one point, it was more than a rival, it was the ruler. Around 747 BC, Kushite kings conquered Egypt, establishing the 25th dynasty. Kings like Pi, Shabaka, Shabitku, Tahaka, and Tantamoni ruled over a unified Egypt and Nubia, their presence a testament to Kush's military and political strength. Tahaka, reigning from roughly 690 to 664 BC, was a particularly notable figure, defending both Egypt and Nubia against the Assyrian Empire. South of Nubia was Meroe, a major political and economic center of Kush from about the 4th century BC to the 4th century CE. Meroe was known for its iron production, trade, and monumental architecture, boasting its own pyramids and temples. Its skilled artisans produced iron tools and weapons that fueled its economy and military might. The Meroitic script, though still only partially deciphered, hints at a sophisticated written culture. Moving east, we find the kingdom of Aksum, in present-day Ethiopia and Eritrea, a major Red Sea power that flourished from the 1st century CE to the 8th century CE. King Ezona's conversion to Christianity in the 4th century CE made Aksum one of the earliest Christian states in the world. Aksum's strategic location allowed it to control trade routes between Africa, the Middle East, and India. This economic power is evident in its gold, silver, and bronze coinage, a symbol of a state with a complex economy. Now let's travel south to Great Zimbabwe, built between the 11th and 15th century CE in present-day Zimbabwe. It was the political and ritual center of a powerful Shona state. The site includes the great enclosure and impressive stone walls built without mortar, which is a testament to the skills of its builders. At its height, Great Zimbabwe controlled regional trade in gold, ivory, and cattle, demonstrating its economic and political influence. Further north and west, the Mali Empire rose in the 13th century, becoming one of the wealthiest states in world history. Sundiata Keita is traditionally associated with its founding after the Battle of Karina in 1235. But it was Musa, who ruled from around 1312 to 1337 that brought the empire to global fame. His pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324-1325 became legendary, showcasing the empire's wealth and influence across the Mediterranean and Middle Eastern worlds. Under his rule, Timbuktu and Jen became major centers of scholarship and trade. Speaking of Timbuktu, in present-day Mali, it became a major intellectual and commercial center by the 14th-16th centuries. The Sankor, Jingoreba, and Sidi Yahya Mosque served as important scholarly institutions, attracting scholars from across the Muslim world. Timbuktu housed vast manuscript traditions in law, theology, astronomy, medicine, mathematics, and poetry, preserving knowledge that would have otherwise been lost. Timbuktu was eventually incorporated into the Songhai Empire, which expanded dramatically in the 15th and 16th centuries. Key rulers like Sunni Ali, who ruled from around 1464 to 1492, and Askia Muhammad I, who ruled from 1493 to 1528, helped the empire control trans-Saharan trade routes and major cities including Timbuktu and Gao. The empire was known for its sophisticated administration and military prowess. Moving south to present-day Nigeria is the Kingdom of Benin, which had a highly organized monarchy from at least the 13th century. The Benin bronzes, intricate sculptures that reflect advanced bronze casting traditions, are a testament to the kingdom's artistic and technological achievements. Unfortunately, in 1897, a British punitive expedition looted thousands of artworks from Benin City, scattering them across museums in Europe and North America. Now let's look at African intellectual and educational traditions. Africa had long written traditions in Guizi, Arabic, Ejomi, Coptic, and local scripts. The Timbuktu manuscripts include thousands of texts from the medieval and early modern periods, covering a wide range of subjects. The Guizi script was used in Ethiopia for centuries and remains in liturgical use, demonstrating the continuity of African intellectual traditions. It's also important to acknowledge Al-Qarawiyyin in Fez, Morocco, founded in 859 CE, which is widely recognized as one of the world's oldest continuously operating educational institutions. Islamic scholarship across West and North Africa created extensive networks of law, astronomy, grammar, and theology. So why aren't these facts widely taught? A major reason is colonial disruption and historical erasure. The Berlin Conference, which ran from 1884 to 1885, formalized the partition of Africa by European powers without any African representation. This accelerated territorial conquest and administrative control, leading to the suppression of African history and culture. Colonial school systems often centered Europe, portraying African societies as primitive or without history. In many colonies, education was designed to produce clerks, interpreters, and laborers, not independent historians or nationalist intellectuals. Colonial languages and curricula frequently replaced local knowledge systems, further marginalizing African perspectives. Even in many African states after independence, school systems retained colonial structures, examination models, and textbook dependencies. As a result, local histories were often undertaught compared to European history. The consequences of this historical erasure are profound. When African students are taught that their past is negligible, it weakens cultural confidence and historical memory. Colonial narratives help justify land seizure, labor exploitation, racial hierarchy, and missionization. By understanding the complexities and achievements of African history, we can challenge these colonial narratives and promote a more accurate and inclusive understanding of the world. Africa was never historically without history. The continent produced empires, urban centers, written scholarship, long-distance trade systems, legal codes, diplomatic relations, and religious institutions. The Red Sea and Trans-Saharan worlds linked Africa to the Mediterranean, the Middle East, and South Asia. Gold from West Africa helped drive global trade, and African states shaped the history of Islam, Christianity, and international commerce. Enslaved Africans and the African diaspora transformed the Americas, the Caribbean, Europe, and the Indian Ocean world. It's time to rewrite the narrative and acknowledge Africa's central role in world history.